And welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks. And it's great to be back with you today. And I have some exciting guests. We're going to talk about some events that are more children and teenage related than possibly adult related, but that's okay. Y'all can watch them anyway. Today it's May the 1st, and it feels like June the 30th. I don't know how many degrees it's outside, but it's hot and it's humid, and I'm over it, okay? It's supposed to still be spring, not summer. So anyway, I'm tickled to death to have Heather Hayes on with me today.
Thank you.
Heather works for the Bradley County Schools, so tell us what you do, Heather.
Sure. I'm the principal at Waterville Community Elementary School. This is my first full year there, and I have absolutely loved it.
And we love having you there.
Thank
You're doing
you.
a great job.
Thank you.
And you're here to talk to us about an event that's coming up. So I'm going to assume that you're the elementary coordinator for this event that's coming up.
I am.
Okay, so tell us about the event.
Absolutely. We have it's called STEM on the Greenway. This is our second annual event of it. Last year we started out, and we had such a great participation. We had over 300 students attend.
Wow.
And so we're having another one, and so it's becoming an annual thing. So it's our second annual. And this year our theme is space. Last year was all around, so it was anything, but we thought space, and it's May the 4th be with you because it's on May 4th. So we have a space theme.
Okay, very good.
So we're very excited about that, and of course anything space kids just love.
They do. They just eat it up.
Absolutely.
Right.
So we have lots of great activities that are going to be there. Every school in Bradley County is represented. They have their own booth. And it includes our virtual schools, our high schools, middle schools. All schools have a booth that will be there that has a kid-friendly activity to go along with space. And so we have things from virtual reality goggles. I got to play with some today, and it was so much fun.
I played with those one day, the day we had the opening session where the kickoff or whatever it was. Anyway, I put the goggles on, but they didn't explain to me that you're supposed to follow the arrow. And I kept looking at the same thing, and I kept thinking, why is everybody getting so excited about this? But then after they told me, follow the arrow, I was okay.
Yes.
Yes, and they're phenomenal.
They are. And of course, we'll have a space interactive piece that'll be in there for the event. But it really is. You kind of get seasick. If you get motion sickness, you have to be careful with those.
You do. Or you may need to sit down while you do it but they're phenomenal.
Yes.
I couldn't believe it. I thought, why didn't they have this when I was in school?
Absolutely.
Or even when I taught school. But it's new and innovative, and it's great.
Yes, the kids will absolutely love them. They're from the Chattanooga STEM Hub, so they're letting us use them as a resource.
Fantastic.
We also have other ways of integrating technology. We have Cublets, which are things that you can do with the iPads. It's kind of another virtual piece. Kids can build rockets. There's going to be we're going to have, one of the big hits last year was Brooks Screen Printing. They're going to be there making shirts again, and it's completely free. They love to donate their times and resources for causes such as this, and so they'll be there, and they'll have our theme, and kids actually get to print their shirts and make them themselves.
How neat.
So that was a big hit last year, and so they're definitely back.
And those are free?
Yeah, they get to take them home.
Wow.
Adults and kids alike get to make their own shirts.
Oh, I'm sorry I won't be there. Because they can make me a T-shirt.
We can make you one and bring it.
Oh, okay, that'd be great. But, okay, so we're going to be on the Greenway. Now, the Greenway is a long strip of walking.
Yes.
Where are you going to be?
We're going to be on the playground at Raider Drive, where we
Okay.
have all that green space.
Oh, neat.
Lots of space there with the stage and the pavilion, and so that's where we'll be.
Okay.
And it will be covered. We also have a Star Lab. That's another one of the exciting pieces for this year.
Neat.
The kids will get to actually go inside kind of a tunnel, and once they're inside, it's like they're in outer space, and there will be a person in there getting to tell them about the stars and the planets and things like that. So that's another big piece I'm really excited about.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I'm so sorry I won't be able to be there because this is really exciting. And I think this is some anniversary this year, some anniversary of Star Wars, but I don't remember.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because the Chattanooga Symphony is doing an all Star Wars theme concert because it is the something. But anyway, I just think this is awesome. So most of our schools in Bradley County either have a STEM or a STEAM facility. Some bigger and better than others, depending. So what do you have at Waterville?
Right now at Waterville, we're kind of working on the foundations of STEM.
Okay.
The teachers have really honed in this year on taking everything the kids have been doing for the whole week with their standards and activities and putting we call it a culminating task, but it's putting it all together and making it real world and real life that the kids have to solve problems with or do a project with, so they can really see the relevancy in in learning throughout the week, and it makes it so exciting. Kids are asking questions on Monday of what are we going to do on Friday when they start seeing what topics they're studying. So
Wow.
it's such a neat progression that you see throughout throughout the week.
That is great.
It is.
So how did you get involved in being the leader for this year's STEM program on the Greenway?
Sure. Last year, when I was asked to do it along with two others, one is a middle school participant and the other one's from the high school. That way we could have all three areas involved. But for me personally, STEM it's one of my loves. I've done a lot of research with it. It's been one of my big pushes in my own classroom when I was in the classroom. I truly feel like students will be able to understand what they're learning and why, and it makes education and the child's education for themselves much more intrinsic,
Yes.
which is very important.
I agree wholeheartedly. I taught 50 years ago, and I did career units in second grade, and that was way before my time. In fact, when I was at UT working on my doctorate, that's kind of what I wanted to do my doctorate in, and the School of Education said okay, but the School of Psychology said no. So I realized I was a little ahead of my time, I think, which means that's why I love CTE programs
Right.
and our STEM and STEAM so much. I think they're so vital to our students because it puts a reality in what they're doing.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest pieces for elementary, I taught second grade, especially for that kindergarten, first, second, third, pretend play is how
Yes.
they learn about things and how they explore. And so what they see, such as, being a police officer and nursing and those kind of professions is typical for them to play in.
Right.
But if they're not exposed to other things like engineering or computer programming, then they don't know about them in order to explore them even further.
That's right, and we seem to take it very simply like being a nurse, being a doctor,
Yes.
being a policeman, being a fireman, because those are easily accessible people to come into the
Right.
class and talk to them, bring the fire truck over and this and that and the other. But there's more than that.
Absolutely.
And our 7-year-olds can handle more than that.
They can. And that's one of the biggest pieces, or another big piece that we've brought into Waterville, and lots of schools in Bradley County also do this, of bringing in STEM professionals and using them in many ways. So it's not just them coming in to just talk with the class, because sometimes that's not the best thing for kindergartners.
Right.
It could be looking at or getting their hands dirty with them and working with them, or judging projects, or giving them a problem to solve that they have in their real world job.
Right.
And so there's lots of ways that STEM professionals can be a part of schools, even when you may not feel comfortable talking with students.
And I think that's great. So now, for our STEM event Saturday, the time is going to be
It's from 9 until 12 o'clock.
9 until 12.
It is.
Okay.
And then on the off chance we have rain, which
Okay, we're all hoping no rain. Hoping no rain, okay?
We are hoping. But if there is, then Ocoee Middle School, we are going to be having their gyms set up in the same way. All the same things will be available there. But we will put that information out to Bradley County parents as soon as possible when
Right.
we make that decision. But
And the folks out there in the public, if it's raining, don't go to the Greenway Park. Go to Ocoee Middle School.
yes.
So how will we start out? Do we start out, well, how do we start out? Do we start out with the simple things, or is it just going to be mixed up and you just kind of wander around, or how does it work?
There will be a progression.
Okay.
We'll have a list of all the schools and the idea of what their activity is.
Okay.
But you're free to go to any booth that you want to at any time, or visit the Star Lab whenever you want to. So it's unstructured for your own use, but every school has something different to offer.
Now, who's doing the Star Lab?
This is actually through Woodman Life.
Okay.
They do a lot of different things for schools, and this being one big piece of it
Wow.
is a Star Lab, and they'll come out to schools for free. It really is a great program that they're
That is
offering.
awesome. Now, when things start backing up, I'm just going to, as a person who's used to doing events, you're going to have a huge line at the Star Lab. So then what do you do? Are you going to patiently move some people someplace else and let them come back, or?
We will if that's
Okay.
needed, but they can hold several students in
Okay.
there.
Okay.
It's not just one at a time.
Okay.
It's actually meant for whole class sizes to
Oh,
be in there.
wow.
So
Okay.
it's a very large.
So you could have 20 kids in there?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's
Okay.
meant for class sizes.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
So you said every elementary school, every middle school, and our 2 secondary schools, and then
Virtual.
virtual will be there. And I just think that's awesome. So roughly, I should know the answer to this, but I don't, roughly how many stations will you have?
Wow. Well, and some signed up for more than one. So I'm going to throw a number out there of about 30.
fantastic.
And we also have other businesses like the library, our local library, Bradley Cleveland Public Library is coming.
Right.
And of course, their theme for the summer is space. And so they were very excited when I called them and said, we have a space theme. And so they would really love to come out.
That's fantastic. And Andrew's going to be on it with us in
Yes.
just a few minutes, so he can tell us, maybe he can share what they're going to do.
Yes, absolutely.
He may not want to, because they like to be real secretive sometimes.
Yes.
So basically, how many adults or teachers will you have manning each area?
Every school will provide at least 2.
Okay.
And most of them send more than that, 4 even. And teachers come because they want to be there.
I started to say a lot of times.
There will be a lot.
Yeah, teachers come because they think, oh, this is going to be so much
Yes,
fun, and
yes.
it's outside the classroom, and it's something different for them to do. So,
Yes.
so you're going to be at the Greenway Park.
Yes.
With the stage and everything, right across from Raider Drive, from 9 until 12. But if it's raining Saturday morning, which we're hoping it's not going to, you're going to be at Ocoee Middle School.
Yes.
And if you're at Ocoee Middle School, they're coming in the gym?
Yes.
Okay.
They'll be in the gym.
All right. So I just needed to be sure everybody knew that. So I'm really excited about this, and this is the second year you've done this.
It is. Yes.
I'm
We're
trying
really
to think
looking
where I
forward
was
to it.
last year. I didn't get there last year either, but this is such a wonderful idea because Bradley County has such a wonderful career technical education department,
Yes.
and the things that they do there. So some of the kids, they need to be exposed.
Absolutely, they do, and just seeing it, and some kids may think I'm not smart enough to do this, but when they really get into it and see what it's all about, it changes their perspective. So it's part of our job as educators to give them those opportunities, and that's certainly something that this will do.
I agree. I think it's wonderful. Can you share just a couple of ideas of what schools are doing?
Sure, absolutely. We have Ocoee Middle School. They're going to be launching bottle rockets. So they're going to have lots of space. That one may be something we have to do not in the gym if we have to go there. But
well, it's them. It's
with
gym.
a hydraulic arm, though.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little different than just the.
We're not lighting them.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, gotcha.
It's all safe. I promise.
I
It's all
gotcha.
safe.
I gotcha.
We have cublets will be used to look over planets and space. It kind of pops things up out of, it's kind of hard to explain. You just have to be there to see it.
Okay, that's good.
We'll have, let's see, Parkview is going to be simulating docking on the International Space Station.
Oh, wow.
So that will be pretty neat. There's constellation art that will be happening, looking at shadows and putting light through it. Making different funnels and suspending a ball. So they're looking at Bernoulli's principle, and that's Charleston Elementary. He'll be doing that one. So it's big ideas that you think, well, a 5-year-old can't do that, but they really can. They really can.
They can. And as long as you don't tell them they can't do it,
Exactly.
they can do it. And as a former educator, and you now as a current educator, we have to learn not to say you can't do that. You're
Right.
only 5 years old, you can't do that, because
Yes.
we don't want to stifle.
Exactly. If we tell them they can't, then that's what they have stuck in their head. And
That's right. And you do not have to color inside the lines all the time.
You're
It's
right.
just be creative and do whatever. Heather, I'm so excited about this. I'm just so
thank you.
sorry I'm not going to be there because it sounds like such fun, and I hope y'all will have another 300 plus.
Yes.
Because I think that will be awesome. So tell us again, it's on the Greenway at the park.
At the Greenway at the park from 9 until 12 o'clock on Saturday, May 4th.
Right, this coming Saturday.
Yes.
And if it rains.
If it rains, it's at Ocoee Middle School, again from 9 to 12 in the gym.
All right, and so we want everybody to be there and enjoy this. Heather, thank you
Yes.
so much for being with me.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you. I think you all are doing a great job with this.
Thank you very much.
I just think exposure from kindergarten through 12.
Yes.
That is great. Thank you so much. Folks, don't go away. We're going to take a little commercial break. Now, you know what I say. Watch our commercials, support our sponsors because they pay our bills. And I'll be right back with Mr. Andrew Hunt. I hope he's walking over from the library, and it's an extremely hot day. So I hope I'm going to be back on with Andrew in a minute. He's going to tell us, or maybe not, what they're going to do at the STEM on the Greenway. So don't go away. We'll be right back.